You are the man who gave them the power to destroy themselves. And the world is not prepared.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I met Cillian was for Batman Begins, and I was looking for who would play Batman. And I'd seen a photograph of him from Danny Boyle's 28 Days Later. I'd just been very struck by his appearance and his amazing eyes and that gaze.
Sometime in the early 2000s, director Christopher Nolan was looking for someone to play Bruce Wayne Batman in his 2005 film Batman Begins. While ultimately the role went to Christian Bale, he met with various young actors to potentially take the part, including an Irish actor, Cillian Murphy. Now, nearly 2 decades later and several more movies under their belts, Murphy will finally be the star of the next Christopher Nolan movie, Oppenheimer. We spoke with the director and actor and asked them to reflect on their longtime partnership, which they say is built on a foundation of hard work.
And they won't understand it until they've used it.
While it might be surprising to know this now, Murphy first met with Nolan to discuss potentially playing Bruce Wayne in Batman Begins.
And then I did a screen test for him for Batman, which I thought was an insane idea. But he saw something in the test, and we just got on. You know, there was a connection, and I really responded to the way he works.
I felt like this is someone I want to create with, this is someone I want to work with. So we went ahead and tested anyway. And then off the back of that, the studio, uniquely in the history of Batman movies, they were happy to take someone who's an unknown and have them as the villain. And he did an extraordinary job in that, and in everything else since that I've convinced him to come and be in.
He's here. Who? The Batman.
Murphy would go on to appear in 6 of Nolan's movies, playing Dr. Jonathan Crane, aka Scarecrow, in all of Nolan's Batman movies, appearing in Inception, where he plays mind heist target Robert Fisher, and Dunkirk, where he plays an unnamed soldier whose panic leads to tragedy.
It's interesting with an actor like Cillian, because you see the raw talent, you see the creativity right from the beginning. There's no question in my mind of what great things this guy's going to achieve. But then you watch the discipline and the training and the learning that goes on with great actors. They're always learning with every project.
Despite their long working history, Nolan didn't write Oppenheimer with Cillian Murphy in mind for the lead role, with Nolan saying he tries not to write with any specific actor in mind. But by the time he finished his script for Oppenheimer, there really seemed like there was only one actor for the job.
I really wanted to concentrate on who the real people were while I was putting the script together. Then you finish and you're looking at the cover of American Prometheus, the book that I was adapting, and there's this picture of Oppenheimer with this intense blue-eyed stare on the front, and I thought, I know who can do that. I know who can do that. And I needed an actor. Cillian was that actor who could open the story up to the audience.
Likewise, Murphy never angled to get a lead role in any of Nolan's movies, or even be put in them at all. As he says it, he's a fan of Nolan's work, and is happy to just watch them when he gets the chance. But he also picks up the phone whenever Nolan calls.
And I love going to see the Chris Nolan films that I'm not in the IMAX. No, I don't hear from him in between. We don't go and, get pizza or whatever. He'll just call me up when he's ready to do it, and I'll always be there, because I've learned so much as an actor from working with him.
We're in a race against the Nazis. And I know what it means if the Nazis have a bomb.
Despite their numerous collaborations, Oppenheimer would dwarf any that's come before, and Murphy was asked to shoulder the burden of carrying the entire movie on his performance, something he says he was really excited to do with Nolan.
It's really, really rigorous. He's really demanding of his actors, which I love. He really, really pushes you, and I really like being pushed to the point where you think you can't go any further, and he always does that. And I love the atmosphere on set.
While Murphy is quick to praise Nolan's professionalism at every level of the production, there were others who saw the sheer size of the task Nolan and Murphy were embarking on together.
He was like, look, this is all gonna be through Cillian's eyes, and we are putting this entire behemoth on his back, and Chris and Cillian built that thing together, stood in the middle of that thing and built that performance, and Chris built this movie around that performance, and it was very clear. It was like, all right, how do we support that? Like, what do you need from me day to day, scene to scene? It's like, if he's a painter, then we're just a color, right? And just splash me where you need me and tell me where to go, and we're all in service of this wonderful movie.
If their years of partnership led to anything, it's an ease of communication that develops over time. This in turn allows Nolan and Murphy to rely on each other and gives them both confidence to take on challenging materials like Oppenheimer. While Murphy jokes that finally being the lead in the Nolan movie just means that he's on set more, he goes back to how the two of them believe in true hard work and dedication to making good art.
Well, I was on set more. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, it was very, very intense. And like I said, I said to Chris at the beginning, I said, the best performances you've ever gotten from me are the ones where you push me and just push me as far as you can on this one. And he did. And I love that. You know, there was no hanging around or shooting the shit. We were just working, which I love also.
Thanks for watching. For more on Oppenheimer, be sure to follow and subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch.
Our work here will ensure a peace mankind has never seen. Until somebody builds a bigger one.